let's briefly outline the course goals, because if your goals are different to mine, it's better that you know that up front. So my problem, the one I'm trying to solve, I think is quite a classic one these days, which is that I feel overwhelmed by all the things I would like to do. And I chose that sentence specifically. I said would like to do. I didn't say have to do. As we'll see, I think the things you have to do are kind of obvious. It's all the things you would like to do that, because there's so many things you'd like to do, and modern computers don't help us there in a way, and I actually think they hinder by making it more possible to do so many things. It was never this possible to do this many things. I had this notion the other week that you could think of your computer like 100 years ago you would have a woodworking shop, and if you made things in your shop, you only had so many tools, you only had so much space. You can just see it all. When you walk into a workshop, you can see everything. If it's a mess, you know it is. And you'd probably clean up. And at the end of the day, you'd put your tools away, otherwise you wouldn't be able to find them. And that isn't how computers are. Computers will let you create any number of things and have any amount of chaos anywhere. As part of the Johnny.Decimal system is trying to limit what you can do with computers to this idea of having 10 things and then 10 things, because that restricts you, and I think that's better. So I want to have a look at my complete end-to-end behavior. I want to improve the very way that I work. I want to be able to know which of the things that all these crazy ideas that I had in the past, I want to know which ones are worth working on. I want to not feel stressed by the things that I know I just have to do. Things like paying my credit card bill. It's a boring example, but we all know we just have to do that. And I want to be more structured in how I work. I want to decide to do a thing and then see that through in a much more deliberate way. Whereas I feel for the past couple of years, I feel I just kind of sit down and I just am hacking away. And so that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to be more measured and more deliberate. I think that's going to mean being slower as well. I don't think we can do as much as we think we can do. I think we fool ourselves that we can do much more than is actually possible. And so a key part of this is going to be recognizing that and just limiting the number of active things that I have at any one time to either be doing or to even consider doing. This needs to be realistic and pragmatic. I've been doing this now for 6 to 12 months, the thing I'm going to show you. So worth noting that if you've done the workshop, I talked through the workshop about doing task management and showing Lucy how to do this. And the reason this wasn't in the workshop was because I hadn't figured it out. I didn't know how to do it. So since then I have, and I think I've come up with a good system that actually fits my life, that I've stuck with now for at least 6 months. So that's definitely tells you something. Worth knowing, I think, as well, I really don't like leading my life by checklist. That's not how I enjoy being. I don't want to be the sort of human who wakes up and cracks a checklist and says, okay, brush teeth, go off and brush my teeth. It's not what I enjoy. I want to get cool and interesting things done, but I want to, I want to feel like I'm not a machine, So anyway, not to say that if you do run your life by checklist, that's bad. People are different, but that's not what I want to achieve, and so that's not how I've designed this system. What I'm looking for is what I'm calling comfortable awareness, because it's a recognition that I can't possibly do it all. But what I want is for there to be no surprises and to feel that I am aware of everything, including the stuff that I know I'm not doing. And that's okay. That's a very important realization, that you simply cannot do it all. But at the same time, I do want to feel like I'm moving life forward and that I'm being a better person and that I'm achieving the things I want to achieve in life. In preparing this course, I reread Oliver Burkeman's wonderful book, 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals, I think is the subtitle. The idea is that we all get about 4,000 weeks. If you live to 80, it's about 4,000 weeks. That's what you get as a human. And so recognizing the finitude of that is really enlightening. You simply can't do it all. That's it. And it forces you to just be more realistic and to choose the things you want to do more deliberately and to be comfortable with the things that you can't. And so that's going to be something that I lean into quite heavily. So comfortable awareness is what we're going for. You're not going to get it all done, but you're not going to be stressed. I'd like to give you a toolbox of techniques here. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this using the Mac apps Things and the app Obsidian, which you can use anywhere. I use that for my notes. I might use Bear for my notes. Things particularly is a very opinionated app, which just means that it has really specific ways of doing things. So I had to use one app to do this course. I had to pick something. I happen to use Things, so I'm going to show you how to use Things. But what I'm going to do is to generalize these concepts. Because the other thing I've realized after doing this Johnny.Decimal thing for a while is that if I try to be prescriptive, if I try to tell you exactly how to do things, people just ignore me anyway, which is great. I love that I put these things out there, and then people tend to take the key parts from them and use them and remix them and make them their own. So that's fine, and that's what you should do. And that's why what I need you to do is I'm going to give you the concepts so that you understand the concepts, so that you can remix them and reuse them in your own life. This is a pragmatic process. It's quite a forgiving process. You need to be able to take a holiday. Sometimes you just won't be at your computer, and it can't be something that you come back to after a while and it's kind of all fallen apart again. I've had systems like that in the past where you leave them for a week and you come back, you're just like, oh, well, that's it, and then just leave it. This isn't like that. And I've been doing it now, like I've said, for about solidly 6 months, maybe up to a year, and it's working really well for me. So that's the idea. That's what I'm going to try and give you. Here's how we're going to do it.